Assalamu alaikum. I was watching a clip of Morning Joe on YouTube this morning. They were talking to Charlie Crist, and he's talking about making a possible run for the governorship of Florida again. And he switched from Republican to Democrat some years ago. But I'm very skeptical of these milquetoast, run-of-the-mill, moderate Democrats. You might as well be a moderate Republican. And I'm of a mindset now as to where I refuse to vote for another moderate Democrat. Period, point blank. Unless he can convince me that he is not the typical moderate Democrat / Republican, whatever, he won't be getting my vote. My people come from the cotton fields of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and for over 400 years, we have been locked out of the economic prosperity of this country. I refuse to continue voting for milquetoast, lukewarm Democrats only for them to give us crumbs, only for them to give us symbolism. Okay? I rather watch the Trumplicans do what they do. I'm not so afraid of those people that I'm willing to continue to give away my children's legacy and my children's inheritance for these lukewarm Democrats that's going to look out for everybody else except us. They're going to look out for everybody else except the people that come from the cotton fields of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. I'm not going to do it. I'd rather watch another Rick Scott, as much as I despise him, or Ron DeSantis, as much as I despise him. I'll just stand back and watch him win again. I refuse to vote for another moderate Democrat because I know at the end of the day, they're not going to do anything more than give us symbolism and crumbs. Okay? Period. Okay? So for all the Dems that's eating it up now because the Republicans are going through a civil war, trust me, your civil war is coming. Your civil war is coming. Y'all don't want to see it. You try to ignore it. Y'all had Joy Reid and Angela Rye call those Russian bots, but it's coming. You'll probably see it really, really hit hard another 2-3 years from now. Okay? Because these things, they take time to really blow up. Okay? But it's coming. And when black people, native black Americans, I ain't talking about black people from Nigeria, Senegal, Kenya, Somalia. I'm not talking about those black people. I'm not talking about black Cubans and black Venezuelans. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the people that gave their blood, their sweat, their tears, that were property in this country, that built the financial and physical infrastructure of this country, that's been here for over 400 years, that have given everything, their blood, their sweat, their tears, have fought in every war and given every sacrifice and suffered the horrors of Jim Crow, mass incarceration, lynching, peonage, redlining, the people that went through all of that. Those are the people that I'm talking about. When those people wake up and realize that the American government is giving away their children's inheritance, every day, they give a bunch to white folks and white corporations, and they send some to Nigeria, and they send some to Israel, and they send some to Egypt, and they got plenty for new Latin American immigrants that's coming into the country. When these people wake up, that's when it's going to really hit the fan. And they're waking up. It's coming. It's coming. The Democrats want to try to ignore it. They want to try to give us symbolism, give us our great ancestor Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill, as if that's freedom. Huh? What did she say? She said she freed, so I don't know how many thousands of slaves, but she said I could have freed thousands more had they just known they were slaves. Okay? And the time is coming. The time is coming when our people are going to wake up and they're going to realize what they have been denied in the country that their ancestors built. The greatest economic engine in the world that the world has ever seen. And yet we locked out. We at the bottom with 2.6% of the nation's household wealth. White folks own 90%. And the rest of it, they divvying it up to Latin American immigrants and sending it overseas to Nigeria and Venezuela and wherever else they send it. They send a couple 100 million, 300 million to Ukraine and all these other places. And y'all struggling to make it in the country that your ancestors built. But the time is coming when these Negroes, especially those that's got a little something, that's a part of these fraternal organizations and all this other nonsense, when they're going to realize how bad it is, like our great ancestor said, had they just realized that they were slaves, she could have freed thousands more. When our people wake up, especially those that have a little something, when they wake up, it's going to be over. And the Democrats are going to have a reckoning with Black America. Salam alaikum.